Back at it again. And there I am. So, there we are. And we are about to play some more Batman Arkham Origins. Because it's a fun game. Plain and simple. And excited for Wednesday. Wednesday we're gonna have ourselves our little day 2, week 2, whichever way you want to look at it. Second day working on it, but we do it once a week, so it's also the second week of doing the Chat GPT universe. So I'm excited for that. Nothing's gone on with it since last Wednesday. We just talked about it a little bit on Saturday? Sunday? No, it wasn't Sunday. Saturday. We streamed Saturday, that was right. We did not stream last night. The stream was last Saturday. So that was the last time that we did talk about the universe, and it's coming along great, if I do say so myself. I think it's coming along very, very well. Last stream was a lot of fun. Excited for this stream, even if it's only half as fun. It's just gonna be fun. So, one update, I literally just finished it right before coming into stream, is I finally got to see Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. Finally sat down and watched it, and I liked it. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but I did like it. I consider it a good movie. I would probably actually say, in terms of it being a great, like amongst the greats, like when I think about it and I compare it to like all the great superhero movies, I'd give it about a 7 out of 10. I think that's probably about where as time was going on, right when the movie was over, I'm like, oh, it's an 8 out of 10. As time was going on, I think it's more sitting around that 7 out of 10. And that's really because I'm not going to get too deep into spoilers. But parts of it did feel off. Some parts of it hit very, very well. I think a part of it was kind of the knowledge that it is the last DC EU movie before we go into James Gunn's DCU. So like next year we're only really going to get Creature Commandos. So going into it knowing that it's really the end. It's not going to lead anywhere. It is what it is, kind of a thing. And so I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit. Hey Kev, how are you doing? Fine myself, but I don't really care for Mondays. Yeah, Mondays are Mondays. They are what they are. I'm doing fine. One thing is I don't think Mondays for me aren't too bad. I have the benefit of working from home. So from here to here is my commute in the morning. So I do pretty well. So the only thing is like I didn't get a ton of sleep last night. I usually get up a few hours before I even have work, even though it's literally a one-step commute. I get up a few hours early just because I like getting a lot of stuff done before work. It kind of puts me in that right mindset, especially since I do work from home. You know, there's that idea of like your setting determines your productivity. It's like, oh, if you study on your bed, then you're either not going to study well or you're not going to sleep well because the bed is not a place to study. So it's like, okay, well, look at my fucking office. I have my YouTube studio, my office, and my bedroom as the same room. So if you count sleeping, I'd say I sleep 7 hours a night. Let's say I do a full 8 hours of work on top of that. And let's say I just do 3 to 4 hours of work a day on YouTube. Or doing other things. 3 to 4 extra hours a day. Now we're looking at close to 18 to 19 hours a day I'm sitting in this chair. Or 18 to 19 hours a day I'm sitting in this room. In some capacity. I'm either sleeping or I'm working. Now, to be fair, I've put a lot of work into this room so that way I feel as comfortable as possible and I can spend a lot of time down here. But it's also like I spend a lot of time down here. So I try to get done and get a lot of things kind of done just to kind of get myself in that productive mood. So I wake up, I have a little checklist. I'm not going to go too deep into it, not going to bore you with the details. Go through this little checklist on things I want to get done. So it's like, oh, I did that, I got this done, I got this done. All right, now it's really time for work. I already got coffee, I got breakfast. Let's sit down and get some work done. And I can sit down here, work for a few hours, go take a lunch break, come back, work for a few more hours, and well, my day is done. So, I mean, I have a pretty... I don't really feel like I would get a case of the Mondays as bad as I used to. Just because it's like, I get to work in here. This is my office. Which is really, really cool. But anyways, we just crossed the 15-minute mark on the stream. Why don't we go ahead and hop into some Batman Arkham Origins? But I just talked about myself a whole lot, but so I really feel like I need to ask you, Connor, how's your day going? I know you said you don't care for Mondays, but how is your day going? Is this gonna work? No, it's not working. Is this gonna work? Controller is not working. So I'm just gonna put it back on its dock. Take it back off. Beauty. Alrighty, now where did we leave off? What was the last thing that really happened? What the fuck? Deadpool? Oh no. Mr. Pool Guy's back. It is Captain Deadpool. He is back indeed. Do 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 do. Why is this game taking an eternity to load? Hold on here to call Spidey. Alrighty. Let's see Spidey. Is this going to load? I'm going to give it 2 more minutes. If I don't see anything load up here in the next 2 minutes, then I'm just going to close out of it and try again. Good thing the music's great. And there's Spidey. Hey everyone. I understood that reference. Are you that spider guy? Do a flip. Deadpool just called you here. He said he was going to call Spidey. Alright. We might have to restart the game. Well, reboot it. Not really restart it. We're not going to have to start from the beginning of the game. But if it's not going to load, then yeah, we're definitely going to have to flip it. I know it's a little off topic, but we're going to usually talk about... you're from New Orleans, and that's why I was wondering if you like going to parades. Down here, we celebrate Mardi Gras. Or Fat Tuesday. And now we got Bully Lowenthal. How's it going? Have I heard of it before? Mardi Gras? I've heard of Mardi Gras. Never been. Always wanted to go to New Orleans. I love jazz music. So, like, New Orleans has always been like a bucket list place to go. I almost went when I was in college, but I didn't stay long enough. It would have been too expensive to stay another semester or two and go. Because I was put on this, like, I was put on the what do they call it? The committee to help lead the fundraisers, because I was an upperclassman, and I ended up just talking to my advisor and saying, like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to stay. So it'd be better if somebody else takes it. Heard Bully McGuire was here in last live stream. Where is he now? I don't know, Bully Lowenthal. I don't know. Alright, I'm just going to Alt F4 this. Hopefully it doesn't close the stream. Alright, it didn't close the stream, thank God. Alright. For some reason, the game wasn't loading. Alright. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. We're gonna try this again. Bully Lowenthal and Bully McGuire are a rival right now. I mean, if they're gonna bully people, at least let them bully each other, right? Is that the context? Not context. Is that the idea? Alright, let's see if this works this time. Oh, we're just straight up not getting gameplay. That is awesome. I love how we're not getting gameplay right now. You see all that beautiful gameplay that is totally showing up right there? It is. Is the audio, like, choppy to you? Because the audio is very choppy for me on the headphones. They don't catch a break bullying each other? No, they're definitely not. Just warning, certain areas are actually super dangerous, but if you stay away from those parts, you'll be fine. Agreed, jazz music is fun. Oh, I love jazz music. When I was in jazz band, Let's see how well this sounds. This was my bass when I played in my school jazz band. So, like, sup, chumps. Oh, jeez, now he's here. Now he's here. Now, there goes the neighborhood. Alright. Lowenthal still grieving over Aunt May? Oh, good lord. You guys are hilarious. But, since we're talking about jazz music just a little bit, I figured I'd play a little something like, I haven't played this in a long time. How did that go? Don't even dare start McGuire if you're a crappy version of the symbiote Spider-Man. Ooh. Ooh. That's rough right there. That is oof. But yeah, that was the bass I played in jazz band. Bought it off a buddy of mine for a couple $100. He needed some cash, and he's like, "Hey, needed some cash. Give you a bass for it." I'm like, "Cool." Selling my bass for some cash. So I ended up getting this for a couple $100. You want to put some dirt in your eye? Oh, jeez. I thought that would just be a little fun to play. Alright. Alright. Is it going to work this time? Actually, let's see here. Can I see... Yeah, statistics. Where are we? Big fight is incoming. Oh, we're going to go crazy here in a second. We're 43% done with the story, so we're almost halfway done. We're not going to probably finish today, but depending on how far we get, we probably could finish next stream. Maybe. Not the next stream. The next stream will be the ChatGPT day 2. Let's go ahead and just run on over to the next part, the next story mission. We're just gonna fuck these guys up one at a time. Oh, I'm still saying those 2000s dumb words, McGuire. Well, sorry I missed the part where that's my problem. Okay, that's a good pull. That's a good pull. Is it just me, or is this really choppy? Is it just me or is this really, really choppy? Like, I feel like this is just... Yeah, this is really choppy. Like in the touristy areas of New Orleans, you would be fine, but stay away. But away from there, it can be really, really dangerous. World War II Museum is definitely a must, though. The food is super good. Hope you would have fun, too. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. That's my line, Lowenthal. You should have saved Aunt May before the other people. Ooh. Yee. That's what we call a big oof. Is that going to help? No, it's not helping.
Check that out. Looks like someone's gonna get stopped.
It's weird because I'm not running. Okay, I am running something that I could close. Not gonna worry about it until after the fight's over. Son of a... I'm distracted. There we go. That should help put me ahead. That's enough, you two. It's supposed to be a simple live streaming, not a meme fight. I mean, when you're referencing the Raimi trilogy, it's essentially just going to be a big meme fight. As great as the Raimi trilogy is, that's like 90% of all Spidey memes. Alright, I'm about to fucking die because I don't know how to fucking play this game. Alright. I hit counter on that one.
Well, gotta say, I thought you'd have more fight in you. A lot more fight.
Ah, Troy Baker does a solid Joker, gotta say. Wait, where the fuck am I? Or what, Spider-Man gonna call Miguel TVA to prune me or something? Oh, the references are off the charts, guys. All the references, guys. Ah, damn it. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh. How he missed me, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense. Alright. Oh, wait, sorry. The line is, oh, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense. What is this drop to cover bullshit, then? I'll read that in just a second. Just trying to get to a... Why? Son of a... Yetch. No, I'm gonna unalive you by not existing at all. And also, you guys don't exist, and variants don't exist. That is bold. That was bold there, Spidey. Oh. And we're going up. I love it when the game does exactly what I want it to. Out of curiosity, what's your favorite place you've traveled to, or your best vacation spot if I have traveled? I have rarely been lucky enough to leave the United States. The only times I've left the United States are the one time that I went to Canada. It was coinciding with a trip to New York when I was sophomore in high school, or about 15 years old, 16 years old. I was 16 when me and my dad made a trip to New York, which then led to us making a trip to Canada. We went to see Niagara Falls, Canada side. That was pretty cool. With that in mind, my the only other time I left the country was when I made a Caribbean cruise when I was like 8. So that's like coming. That was just over because it was like December of 08. It was like 15 years ago. So I don't remember it too well. Within the continental United States, or within the 48, lower 48 as they call it, the mainland United States, so to speak. My favorite places I've vacationed to. I'm a big Disney World fan. I've been to Disney World many times. You can probably tell from my shirt. This is a glow-in-the-dark skeleton Stitch, because I love Lilo and Stitch. So, I mean, I love Disney World, but I know it's not everybody's thing. My favorite place that I've been to in the United States, I recently, within the past year, made a trip to Seattle. And I got to, like, go up on Mount Rainier and go Mount St. Helens. And it was gorgeous. I loved visiting Seattle, more specifically just that kind of Pacific Northwest United States. I loved the foresty areas. It was gorgeous. So that's my favorite, but I understand that I'm probably in a minority there. Hello everybody, it's me, Tony Stark, back from the dead. Well, good to see you, Tony. Where is this one last? There's this one last guy. I'm playing as another rich billionaire. Not very well, I might add. Got him. I thought I was gonna do like a scorpion. Get over here! But it didn't work. Love Disney World? Yeah. Disney World's so much fun, dude. It's where I actually got... I have lightsabers from Galaxy's Edge in this. Galaxy's Edge lightsabers in my cabinet behind us. Or behind me, I should say. And, those are some of my favorite possessions. We got Iron Man here, Mr. Stark. We got, Tony Stank. Taylor for one, Mr. Stank. Favorite places to favorite rides with Splash Mountain. What about me? I'm not a log flume guy. I'm not a roller coaster guy. See, I'm 6'8". I'm a very tall person. I like my leg room. I don't mix well with roller coasters. That being said, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Epcot, phenomenal. One of the best rides I've ever been on. Imagine a roller coaster with all the speed and thrill of a roller coaster, but no losing your gut feeling. That's the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. If any of you get a chance to go to Florida and go to Epcot, that one park that is somehow forgotten all the time when talking about, Disney World, go ride Guardians of the Galaxy. It is phenomenal. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. I'm playing the Black Panther game? Yeah, this other rich billionaire that dresses in black and stalks people. Yeah. Sorry. Black Panther is technically a trillionaire. I believe, if I remember my lore correctly. He's technically a trillionaire. Where it's one of the few rides I've been surprised haven't been on. Okay. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. Here are my top 5 favorite. I've never been to Disneyland. The only Disney parks I've ever been to is Disney World. And so, my top 5 favorite rides in Disney World. Not because nobody asked me. So I'm just going to say it. Is, in no particular order, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. No way you're richer than T'Challa. Ooh. We're just going to pause that. Guardians of the Galaxy in Epcot. Rise of the Resistance. I think it's the same at Disneyland and Disney World. Rise of the Resistance. Say what she wants about... I think Tony doesn't want to mention Batman. No, he doesn't. But, in... What was it? I know we all don't like the sequel trilogy, but Rise of the Resistance is phenomenal. Test Track's also fun. I'm a big Test Track fan, but I don't know if I put it in my top 5. Those two are my top 5. The Flight of the Na'vi in Animal Kingdom. I love the Flight of the Na'vi. I barely fit doing that ride. It's phenomenal. I like Soarin', but Soarin', the thing is with Soarin' is that since I do a pretty solid Patrick Warburton impression, for those of you who never ridden this ride, Soarin', that's in Epcot, in Disney World, Patrick Warburton does the safety video before you walk on. It's like 20 years old, and I can do a really good Patrick Warburton impression, so I tend to like mess with people in line when I go on that ride. So I have a soft spot for Soarin', and I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I know what I said about log flume rides, but Pirates, I love Pirates. It's just so relaxing. It's so fun. I love the ride. So I'd say Test Track's in my top 10 easily in my top 10. I love the Ratatouille ride in Paris. Epcot's probably my favorite park. Anything else off the top of my head? One of my favorite things to do is the Muppet Show in Hollywood Studios. I love the Muppets Show because that was actually the very first thing I did when I was a little baby. When I went down there and I was like 2 years. Okay, maybe not a baby, but a toddler when I was like 2. It was the first time I ever made to Disney World, and the very first thing my family did was we went to the Muppets Show because it was good for kids. Who is Batman? Oh, it's just the guy shouting, "Why did you say that name?" Oh God. Oh, don't talk about that scene. I know I defend Snyder a lot more than I think I should, but that scene, you know what? Here. Favorite is Carousel of Progress. Dad's favorite is Carousel of Progress. I don't like the Carousel of Progress. I find it boring. I see why people do like it, kind of, but it's not my thing. But here, I mentioned this in my Phase 1 video for my how I would have done the DCEU. But here, everybody, is how you do the Martha scene, and you do it right. All right? From Batman vs. Superman, we all know the infamous Martha scene. Or at least all of us but Tony here. So here's how you do the infamous Martha scene right. You simply sub out them saying the name Martha, and you say Mom. Iron Man, did you know, James? Did you know, James? I feel like there's a reference that I should be getting. But in that Martha scene, he should just say, "Save my mom." Don't save Martha. Why did you say that name? Yeah. You know, have him say, instead of "Save Martha," it should be say, "Save my mom." And then that cues Batman that, oh shit, this dude actually has a mother. That's like one of those human things. I shouldn't say human things, but like that would humanize Superman so much to Bruce Wayne, because that was the big reason why he was attacking him. He's not human to Batman in that moment. So if he just says, save my mom, something that would be a very human thing to do is, you know, to love one's mother. He would go out and have the same results. It would make much more sense. And then you can do this. Ready? You can do this. When Batman goes through his warehouse scene and he finally stops KG Beast and he saves Martha Kent. I was about to say Martha Wayne, then I was about to say Martha Stewart. And I finally said Martha Kent. When he saves Martha Kent, when he has her like underneath his cape and he's like holding on to her to console her. Let's have her not be super calm in this scenario. Let's have her actually be, you know, jumpy and nerves on edge. What you end up saying is right there to calm her down. What is your name? What is your name? And have her say Martha. Then you get that flashback and it connects the dots and that they're both their moms. Their name is Martha. And it's just like, that's where he can have his relief. Do I have any instruments? I know you said I like jazz. I do. Do you not hear me playing the bass like 20 minutes ago? I played the bass like 20 minutes ago. I have bass. I have guitar. I don't have a piano in this room, but I do play the piano. And I got a cheap, crappy drum set. It's a cheap drum set. You can see one of my guitars here, another one of my guitars right there, and then two of my basses. And then I have an acoustic guitar right up here. I played a trombone in the last stream. I got my trombone right here. Yeah. So I'll play it from over here, just so it's not like directly in the microphone. All right, why are we doing the why did you say that name? What's this? Now Tony Stark did what Batman said. Yeah, we're getting a lot of Batman vs. Superman references. Was we doing something like 20 minutes ago? Oh. Here, I'll replay a little bit of what I played earlier. I'm just going to turn my amp on. Sorry. Ah. A lot of fun. I like playing the bass. All right. Damn it. Hey, what's up? Oh, we got Miguel here. now that we got Bully Lowenthal, Bully Maguire, Spider-Man, and Miguel, now we got the real Spider-Verse here. Playing Batman again? Yep. We'll probably play Batman on stream. The only streams we're probably not going to play Batman is the ChatGPT stuff. It's probably the only streams we're not going to play Batman until we beat Batman. And I think we have Injustice 2 on deck, so that'll be the next game. The Last Jedi. Oh. Ooh. Alright. Where do I want to go? I want to go downstairs. Okay. I can't
find the access code to unlock this door.
Isn't that the point of hacking? Is that you don't need an access code? Or is, like, that just me? Nope.
How do you know it works? Trust me, it works.
An automated turret. I need to find another way inside.
Love how most of us are talking about superheroes instead of Star Wars. No, please don't talk about Star Wars. Yeah, we should probably stick to Star Wars, or stick to superheroes, or at least not the sequel trilogy. Oh, look at what we got here. Look at this guy. Last Jedi, you just named a movie, my friend. That's what I was gonna say.
Until I find the access code.
Alright, how are we gonna take these knuckleheads out? No, Jedi, you're the only Jedi here. I mean, that is true. Actually, no, I defend them. I'll defend them. Here, give me a second here. Well, I'll take a quick... I'm gonna take a quick second here. Stand by. Dum da dum dum dum. I'm still here. You just can't see me for right now. Dum da dum dum dum. Dum da dum dum dum. Dum da dum 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 dum. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Na 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 Batman. Na 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 Batman. You're all gonna be in for a real treat here. As I get stuff ready. All right, let's see how well this works. Y'all ready? What am I doing now? Being a fucking nerd. That's what I'm being as a fucking nerd. Pretty cool, eh? It's the dark side? Nope, these are Ahsoka. See? I'm a fucking nerd, and I'm proud of it. I have Ahsoka Tano, Clone Wars, and the White Blades. I have Qui-Gon Jinn and my own original. I'm a big fucking nerd. That's what I am. Yeah. These things are just cool. This is what happens when you give a kid adult money. You know, that's exactly what happens. It's real! Spider-Man, Spider-Man, spin some webs, any size. Catch your thieves, just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Where's my nerd cap at? You mean like my Batman mask? You mean the Batman mask that's sitting right here? Right there? Like right there, that's my Batman mask? Like that one? Or my Scarlet Witch tiara, which is right there. Or my Thena from the Eternals, her tiara right there. How about my Yoda? You can kind of see him right there. You have similar Star Wars technologies? I mean, yeah, you have that one-off. From Iron Man 2. Who the fuck is Batman? Seriously, Iron Man, you watch all these movies, but you've never once watched a Batman movie? Oh, it's a cat that says nerd on it. No, but I need it now. Now that I hear it, I need it. Alright, we're gonna have some fun here. Alright. Should we just drop down? Fuck some people up. Let's try to get rid of the guns first. How's that sound?
I won't be able to pass through that door until I find the access code.
Never heard of Batman. Isn't that Black Panther with a cape? Sure. See, Batman is an orphan with a lot of issues.
We're in trouble.
He says it himself.
You got a monster.
I mean, let's be honest. Dick Grayson is a lot better character, just because it's like, oh hey, look, it's, you know, somebody who had the same traumatic backstory but actually gets over it. Iron Rich Boy doesn't really want to mention Batman. Yeah, I know, he doesn't.
That turret is still armed. I should disable it with my disruptor.
Why? Because he's Batman.
I won't be able to pass through that door until I find the access code.
You see, Batman is so rich, he tried to take this money, but ended up losing money trying to do it. It's kind of weird. Like, it's just literally not worth his time to grab that money. Enigma.
I don't have much time. I need to look for this.
I wonder who Enigma is. I say it like every stream, but
I'm
it's
uploading
fun.
data from one of Black Mask's servers. I need codes to bypass the security door in the loading dock.
Receiving it now, sir.
Interesting. Cyanus had a pacemaker implanted.
Arch your mouth, future boy. You're just a depressed 30-year-old Blue Panther.
Anything that raises his heart rate could trigger cardiac arrest.
Oof!
Having the Joker followed. These explosives.
I'll be right back. I'm grabbing a drink.
Find Sionis. He'll know what the Joker's plan.
Why? Because I can.
I won't be able to pass through that door until I find the access code.
To the building now.
This stuff, it looks like a bomb pop, and it tastes like a bomb pop. Oh, it tastes like a bomb. It tastes like a fucking bomb pop. Oh, that's good. All right, we got Deadshot, Copperhead, the Executioner, Deathstroke, Killer Croc, Lady Shiva, Bane, and Firefly. Keep, Watch, Burn, X-Men Origins Wolverine, The Batman, Spider-Man No Way Home.
I won't be able to pass through that door until I find the access code.
Oh, Keep, Watch, Burn. Okay, we're playing Keep, Watch, and Burn. Okay. X-Men Origins Wolverine, The Batman, or Spider-Man No Way Home. I love all three. I actually am a fan of X-Men Origins Wolverine. I actually do like that movie. Compared to the other two, I'm Burn and X-Men Origins Wolverine. In my rankings, I usually rank Spider-Man No Way Home above the Batman. Personally. That's Matt Reeves' Batman, so that's the Robert Pattinson version. I typically rank No Way Home above it, but I feel like I get more out of the Batman. Not just because it's a longer movie, but I feel like the Batman is just a better made movie, not like superhero movie, but like movie.
I won't be able to pass through that door.
And Spider-Man No Way Home is just like the perfect mesh of great story and nostalgia. Like, it uses its nostalgia in a great way. Where, like, what's a movie that, like, The Flash. I'll defend The Flash more than the next person. I'll say it's a solid 6 out of 10 movie, 5 out of 10 movie. It's fun. It's great. It's fun. It's not great. I shouldn't say it's great. It's fun. You know, it's worth $10 ticket to go see a 2-hour movie. But it uses nostalgia incorrectly. The only thing good about its nostalgia is using Michael Keaton's Batman in most of its scenes. And yeah, no one should talk about that piece of shit. I never liked him as Flash to begin with. Never liked Ezra as Flash to begin with. So, like, I couldn't care less. If I obviously recasted Ezra in my universe, so I personally chose Lucas Till to play Barry Allen. I feel like he'd be a better Barry. Out of those three, I would keep the Batman, watch No Way Home, because I feel like I enjoy rewatching the Batman more than I like rewatching No Way Home. But I enjoyed watching No Way Home for the first time more than I liked watching Batman for the first time, if that makes sense. So I would keep the Batman, watch No Way Home, burn Origins. Imagine if Tom Holland played DCEU Flash? No. I like Tom Holland. I like him in a lot of things. I don't see him as anybody but Spidey. I don't like Tom Holland being cast at everything. Honestly, one of my favorite roles he ever did was in Onward, when he played Ian Lightfoot. I actually really liked Onward. As somebody who grew up with an older brother, and I was very similar to Tom Holland's character, my brother was kind of similar to Chris Pratt's character. I really connected with that movie, and so I really liked it a lot more than other people give the movie credit. So... Wait, all right, I did get the codes. My choice for Flash is Lucas Till. That's my choice for Barry Allen. Depending on the age of Wally West, I would go Cameron Monaghan. If Wally's like a full-grown adult, then I'd go Monaghan. I know he did a phenomenal Joker in Gotham, but I don't love the Gotham show. I don't love it. I think it's underrated for sure, but at the same time, like, after a while, no one dies, and there's, like, no consequences, and I'm just like, eh.
What was that?
Dum-da-dum. But yeah, finding out that this Batman is voiced by the same guy who voices Sonic the Hedgehog. Think about that one for a solid second. This is Sonic the Hedgehog, everybody. Look it up. This Batman is in Arkham Origins. This Batman is the same voice as Sonic the Hedgehog.
I won't be able to pass through that door until I find the access code.
Now I have to find another fucking access code. Let's try it anyway. Passed it!
I'll need to find a way inside that room.
Come on. Why are you messing with the frame? We're supposed to be locking this place down. But serious. Knock it off. Okay, let me shut it down.
I'm just gonna fuck these guys up. What's up, bitches? Ooh. What if Josh Keaton voices PS4 Spider-Man? I like Josh Keaton, but... Because Josh Keaton was the spectacular Spider-Man voice, wasn't he?
I won't be able to
I... Not... I would say no, just because PS4, the Insomniac Spidey is supposed to be like 25. So I feel like Lowenthal was a better cast because... Isn't Spectacular Spider-Man still supposed to be in high school? Keep Watch Burn. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Morbius, and Captain Marvel. You see, I actually liked Morbius. I don't know, I guess my bar is just really low for a movie that I just plainly enjoy at the movie theater. I don't need to have every movie be an Endgame or a Batman, or the Batman, so to speak. Like, I don't need a Dark Knight every single time I go to the theater. I can be entertained on just a Morbius. Of the three, keep Morbius. I would probably keep Morbius. Watch Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And burn Captain Marvel. Because, memes aside, I enjoyed Morbius. Memes aside. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, it was fine. I think all these movies are fine at best. But Ant-Man and the Wasp was like the perfect, like, 5 out of 10 movie to me. It's like, I enjoyed a lot of aspects of it, but I would probably keep Morbius, watch Quantumania, and burn Captain Marvel. Because why would I want to watch Captain Marvel? It's just a, hey, remember the 90s? The 90s happened. That's the entire movie. You just watched all of Captain Marvel. Dial-up internet, Fresh Prince reference, boom, you're done. Alright, sorry. It's like, alright, what are we going to do for Captain Marvel? Alright. Spice Girls reference. Alright, Spice Girls. Alright, now we're going to have... I lost my train of thought. Spice Girls, Blockbuster, dial-up internet. Yeah. All those movies suck. Maybe my bar is just low. Morbius was fine for me, personally. Quantumania was fine. Captain Marvel I didn't like. Like Paul Rudd, but Ant-Man movies are not a strong suit. Almost every character's best interpretation was done with the Russo brothers at the helm. Think about it. The Russo brothers had the best movies when they directed. Captain America's 2 and 3 were some of the best movies in comic book history. And then you had Infinity War and Endgame. Anything the Russo brothers touched turned to gold. Seriously. Everything the Russo brothers touched turned to gold. Oh, I need a triple stun this bitch. Avengers Endgame sucks because they killed me and it has too many jokes. I think they did it did kill you. So, there is that. But you had the most worthy, I should say worthy, you had the most iconic death. In one of the most iconic deaths ever. Yes, I agree Infinity War is better. I agree. Actually, let's take a second here. A little bit of backstory. When I was getting hip surgeries, when I got my first hip surgery, I've had 2. I was laid up in bed for a good while. As I was laid up in bed, I was really bored. So, what does any fan of comic book movies do when they're bored? They rank every movie they've ever seen, or every superhero movie they've ever seen. Infinity War is so much more serious than Endgame and it has much more action scenes. Yes. Though, don't confuse serious with good. Don't confuse the two. Oh, hey look, it's my outline for how I was going to write my DC finale, my fanfiction finale. Holy shit. I forgot I wrote like an entire outline to how I was going to do that finale. Holy cow. As a fun fact for those of you who did watch that fanfiction series, it took me about 2 weeks to figure out what I was going to do for my finale. Like, to actually put all those pieces together, it took me like 2 weeks. But this is literally, you can't really see it too well, I'm kind of angling it so you can see it a little bit better. A ranking of every single superhero movie I've ever seen up to a handful of months ago. Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Winter Soldier are much more serious than the rest of the MCU. You're calling the Incredible Hulk a good superhero movie? He's not even when he gets angry, it's just when his heart rate increases. That's it. It's the best Hulk movie we have, but that's not saying much. The only other one that's in the 21st century that we're comparing it to came out 5 years earlier. 6 years earlier. Was Hulk 08 or 09? Civil War is good too. Civil War is great. Winter Soldier's better. Here's my top 10 according to the last time I'd ever... According to my most recent update. This is a literal ranking of 124 different superhero movies. I think that... Alright, so the newest ones that I had never seen, or the newest ones I had seen that I hadn't ranked, are the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, the Werewolf by Night Special, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania, Blue Beetle, Guardians 3 might be ranked. Guardians 3... I'm not seeing Guardians 3, so I probably didn't rank Guardians 3. Not yet. I don't think I ranked Guardians 3 yet. I don't even think I ranked Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Which is another serious Marvel movie. But here's my top 10. 10, Avengers Endgame. 9, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. 8, The Batman. 7, Captain America The Winter Soldier. 6, 5, and 4 are all interchangeable. Logan, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Spider-Man 2. 3, Infinity War. 2, say what you will about it, I love it. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Number 1, The Dark Knight. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. That's my top 10. Top 5, Infinity War, Across Spider-Verse, Cap, Winter Soldier, Black Panther, The Batman. Respectable. I respect it. Wait a minute. You just said who the fuck is Batman? And you have the Batman in your top 5.
I won't be able to pass through that door until I find the access code.
Wrong door. Holiday special's hilarious. Why'd you kidnap Kevin Bacon? I love it. It's so good. That holiday special is going to become a annual favorite in my family. Like every year we watch Christmas Vacation. Every year we watch Jim Carrey's Grinch. Die Hard is usually watched. Elf, Nightmare Before Christmas, and The Santa Claus. Nearly every Christmas season, except for last year. Last year we were in the middle of a move, so we were kind of busy. So we didn't get around to watching a ton of Christmas movies last year. We'll usually watch those like 5 or 6 movies. The holiday Christmas special for the Guardians of the Galaxy is going to join all those. It will. Honorable mentions: Iron Man, Spider-Man 2, The Dark Knight, No Way Home, Avengers, Civil War, Guardians 3, Into the Spider-Verse, and the Snyder Cut. Again, I respect it. I think all the movies you've said, I have, and this is out of over 120 movies. Every movie you've said, I have in my top 25 or 30. I think every movie you just said is in my top 25 or 30. Except for... Oh, no, the Hulk was somewhere else. Yeah, I think all of those movies are in my top 25 to 30, and that's out of 120. So that's the top 25%. Top 20, 25%. That is a high honor. I need to watch like a lot of the animated like superhero movies. A lot like Planet Hulk is one that I have not seen in so long. I've forgotten how Planet Hulk goes. Like I know the idea of it being like the arena and stuff like that, but like I haven't seen Planet Hulk in so long. I need to rewatch it at some point. I need to go up here. All right, now go up here. Dum 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 dum. Another honorable mention: X-Men: Days of Future Past, Logan, Man of Steel, Incredibles, and the Deadpool movies. I am so glad that people out there can enjoy Man of Steel, even if it isn't the most perfect Superman portrayal. Because there's some people out there who feel like they can't enjoy that movie because it's not the best Superman portrayal.
Through that door until I find the access code.
And Man of Steel is great. I think I have Man of Steel. Again, you're kind of staying in my top 25, 30. I'd put Man of Steel in my top 15. If not top 20. Because I think Superman 1978 and Superman 2 are the best interpretations of Clark Kent's Superman. I enjoy Man of Steel more. That's my personal opinion. Just because something is a better interpretation of the character doesn't immediately make it better. Peter Quill, Star-Lord, you got a human being? You got a human being as a president? Literally human trafficking. James Gunn is a comedic genius. Seriously? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of came in here and forgot what I was doing. Like, why does this exist? Top 5 worst. Oh, these are the worst for Iron Man. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Justice League, Quantumania, Iron Man 2, hates his own movie, and Thor Love and Thunder. I enjoy Iron Man 2. I enjoy The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Justice League I respect. Quantumania I disagree with. I think Quantumania gets... I think it's overhated. And Thor Love and Thunder, yeah, Thor Love and Thunder is atrocious. It ruined Gore the God Butcher. And he was the best part of that movie. Like, it was a waste. You finally get Christian fucking Bale in a superhero movie, not directed by Chris Nolan, and you waste him. Fucking waste him on a movie like that. First Iron Man movie is GOAT. First Iron Man movie is great. It's arguably the most important superhero movie in the history of superhero movies. It's what starts the MCU. It rewrote the book, saved Marvel Studios out of bankruptcy after Blade saved it the first time. It was a gamble that paid off and continues to pay off. Gamora, well, I guess all actors aren't complete pieces of shit. Correcting your quote here, Jedi, that was Nebula who said that. That was Nebula. Not Gamora. Gamora was not in the holiday special. She was mentioned, but she is not in there. And here's a phrase that I've kind of formulated in a way. And that is to respect a foundation. You're good. You're good. I misremember quotes all the fucking time. So, a foundation is to be respected, as it starts everything off. But foundations are rarely peaks. So, just because something comes first, it should be respected. It should be seen for what it is. Movies like Blade, X-Men, Superman 1978, Batman 1989, Iron Man to an extent. A lot of these movies, in my personal opinion, are to be respected because they started a lot of things. Batman Begins to a small extent as well, because it brought Batman out of the Schumacher age back into kind of that dark detective storylines. So a lot of these are to be respected, but because people build up from them, they are rarely peaks. Not that they aren't or they can't be, but they're rarely the peak. Honestly, I prefer Superman 2 over Superman 1. I do prefer Batman 1989 to any of the other Burton Schumacher Batman movies.
I won't be able to pass
and then,
until I find the access code.
But The Dark Knight's the best Batman movie, in my personal opinion. Hot take, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is a better Spider-Man movie than Raimi's Spider-Man 1. Hot take. It's a hot take, I know. But The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is a better Spider-Man movie than Spider-Man 1. What's my favorite guest celebrity appearance in a movie? Guest celebrity appearance. Oh, I know this. I know this. Neil Patrick Harris and Harold and Kumar. It's Neil Patrick Harris and Harold and Kumar. Go to White Castle. It's totally. It has to be that movie.
I won't be able to pass through that door until I find the
Maybe
access.
Fabio and Dude, Where's My Car? Other audible mentions: Batman '89, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Spider-Man 2, or 2002, excuse me. So Spider-Man, Raimi 1, Blade, X-Men, and Amazing Spider-Man. Lots of honorable mentions there. Sorry, other squared honorable mentions. Where the fuck am I going? See, I just went downstairs, but I don't think that's where I was supposed to go. There's something over here. Ugh. I hate trying to walk in this game. It's like really annoying. Like, this is what I end up doing when I want to run somewhere. I just curl my pointer finger down so I can hold A. I can still use my thumb for the joystick. I love these games, but I do not like the hold A to run control. It's so annoying, because essentially I'm doing this with my pointer finger. Just to hold the A button.
That door until I find the access code.
Wait a minute. Didn't this say I like can't do anything until I find the access code?
Looks like the crane shorted out.
That's
more
all it
like
took.
it.
Director saw Matt Reeves, Jaws, or Steven Spielberg, Batman? Reeves, Jaws, or Spielberg, Batman? Reeves, Jaws.
Be able to pass through that door until I find the access code.
I love Steven Spielberg. I love him. He's arguably the greatest director of all time. I don't know how I'd feel about Spielberg doing like a dark Batman. Like, I see him as like cinema fairy tale. I mean, I get it. Comic books, Stanley has said comic books are fairy tales for grown-ups. I get it. Though, I feel like Matt Reeves could do Jaws better than Spielberg could do Batman. Personally. Though, who knows? Spielberg did do Jaws. That's one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Who knows? He might do a phenomenal Batman. Curiosity tells me Spielberg's Batman.
I won't be able to pass through that door until I find
The safe choice is Reeves' Jaws. Your mid movies are Iron Man 3, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange 2, The Wolverine, Joker, Venom, and The Incredible Hulk. Out of those, I love Shang-Chi. It's one of my favorites. Joker, you have to be in the mood for Joker. It is phenomenal when you watch it, but you can't just on a Friday night pop in Joker. You have to be in the mood for it. It's not like, hey, is everyone cool with, Avengers 1? Cool. It's not the same. they're apples and oranges. That's why you can't really compare Joaquin Phoenix to Heath Ledger in terms of who's better at Joker. They're so different. Venom's fun. It just is. Incredible Hulk is...
Until I find the access code.
I hate it's the heart rates, not the anger, that turns him into the Hulk. I'm glad the MCU dropped that quick. But it is good. It is a great movie. And I'm glad that we're going to see, what's his name? Mr. Blue. He's called Mr. Blue throughout the movie. I forget his character's name. I didn't read a lot of Hulk comics. Wolverine is probably the most underrated superhero movie of all time. It's up there. The X-Men franchise has some of the most underrated movies of all time. Underrated superhero movies, that is. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I enjoyed a lot more than other people give it credit for. I think Namor was really well adapted in its own way. Hello, Parker. How are you doing today? And Iron Man 3 should have just been called Tony Stark. He's never Iron Man in that movie. Like, he's never in a suit. The other mid is Avenger... Okay, now you're just hating. Blade Trinity is better than people give it credit for. Thor to the Dark World, no one remembers the plot to that movie. And Avengers Endgame, I'll be honest, at this point you're just hating. But I understand. You died in Endgame. I get it.
Who did this?
But Blade Trinity is better than people give is a lot better than people give it credit for. It's me and my buddy, we ended up doing a Ryan Reynolds superhero movie marathon, so we watched Blade Trinity, Origins Wolverine, Green Lantern, both Deadpool movies. I feel like I'm forgetting one or two, but we watched all those, and it was a fun little marathon.
No signs of assault.
Neither of us had ever seen Blade Trinity, so it was a bit of
Toxicity.
a fun
He's been poisoned.
kind of watch for both of us. We're like, yeah, Ryan Reynolds is in Blade Trinity, so we're like, all right, let's go. It was like the only movie we had to buy. So like, yeah, let's go and just get Blade Trinity, and we'll just have fun with it.
We should really help. Get him!
Ended up being a lot of fun. Here. What's my mid list? Or here. Let's do what I consider to be the 5 worst, in my personal opinion, that I have ranked. So this is not going to be super well updated. My bottom 5 go as follows. Justice League. Fanforstic. That's 2015 Josh Trank's Fantastic Four. That's probably the worst of all time. Daredevil from 2003, Constantine, Keanu Reeves as Constantine, and 97's Batman and Robin. Wasn't a fan of the jokes in the MCU. I always find the MCU realistic. I mean, considering you're in the MCU, Iron Man, then for you, yes, it does seem realistic. But there is jokes all the way back in Iron Man 1. There are. Jokes all the way back there. I think what you're talking about is a movie it needs to be serious. Is serious when movie's better when it needs to be serious. Columbus's Ferris Bueller's Day Off or John Hughes' Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, John Hughes' Mrs. Doubtfire. Easy. Easy. John Hughes' Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, have you seen, like, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? John Hughes movies, like Breakfast Club, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, you're telling me he couldn't make a bomb-ass Mrs. Doubtfire, especially with Robin Williams at the helm? Who the fuck named Fantastic Four movie Fanforstic? I don't know. That is the worst superhero movie I've ever seen. Batman and Robin is bad. But Batman and Robin is a bad movie that you can get drunk to and watch and make fun of. You can't do that with Fan4stick. It's not Fantastic Four. I refuse to call it a Fantastic Four movie. It's Fan4stick. You can't do that. There's no redeeming quality to Fan4stick. It's boring. The plot is forgettable. The villain is horribly done. Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan are headlining your movie. Miles Teller just after Whiplash. Michael B. Jordan just after Chronicle, just before Black Panther and Creed. You have these guys in their fucking primes. And you have the Fantastic fucking Four. And you fuck it up that bad. I love Josh Trank. I love Chronicle. That's the only movie I've seen of his that isn't this horrible piece of garbage. Josh Trank, when he made Chronicle, was phenomenal. I love Chronicle. It's one of my favorite movies. That Fan4stick movie is horrible. Iron Man 1 is the adult jokes compared to the other MC movies. Most of it are serious and grounded like the Batman. It does have more adult jokes. I think a lot of it happened with Guardians of the Galaxy coming out in 2014. You still kept a lot of that base, and then Ant-Man right after that in 2015. So you go from Guardians in 2014, which used it perfectly, into Ant-Man in 2015, which is, Paul Rudd the movie. 2016, you get Civil War and Strange, so that is still par for the course. 2017, you go back into the Guardians, and then you have the lighthearted Spider-Man Homecoming, and you have Thor Ragnarok. Behold, jokes. And since Ragnarok, other than Infinity War and Endgame, it is joke central. Other than a couple of movies in phases 4 and 5, it's really been joke central since then. And they're trying to ride the comedy. Doctor Doom looked like a crushed Silver Surfer in Fan4stick. I hope Deadpool 3, Deadpool kills Fantastic Four or Fan4stick characters. Oh, 100%. I hope he does. We should just collectively forget Fan4stick exists. Because I remember hearing that the movie was bad. I was recovering from my hip surgery. I was tied up in bed. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch movies, even if I know they're gonna be bad. I'm just gonna watch movies. And I decided to sit down. I'm like, I'll give it a shot. So I sat down, and that's what I said. Guardians and Spider-Man have good jokes. Yes, I agree. But I watched Fan4stick. I could not get those 2 hours back if I tried. I couldn't. They're horrible. It's a horrible movie. Like, everyone is just in a pissing... Like, everyone's just pissed at each other the entire movie. No, like, you can't convince me that they like each other at any point in that story. Anybody likes anybody. And it's the fucking Fantastic Four. The first family? I get it. They're not going to agree on everything. But they should at least love each other in the end.
They're holding Sionis in here somewhere.
At least the Thing looked cool. That's the one positive I can give it. Is that at least the Thing looked cool. That's it. He wasn't cool, but he looked cool. Why can't Fan4stick just be like Guardians of the Galaxy, the Avengers, X-Men, or even Fantastic Four 2005? Good fucking question. Because like that one thing. If you just make the movie, and you just make it fucking good, then things just work. It's amazing how that happens. When you make a movie and you make it well, things just work.
I'll take care by the door.
Alright. There's the guy I really want to take out because he has that sensor. Or that jammer. But... here, we're going to take this guy. Alright.
No one's getting through here.
Beauty. I mean, say what you want about 2005 Fantastic Four, but at least the family cared for each other, unlike the Fantastic, which I'll just call it Fantastic or the Hideous Four. It's just a bad movie. Yeah, like, 2005 Fantastic Four is not a masterpiece, but it's at least an accurate. What's the best zodiac sign? Couldn't care less. I don't believe in that stuff. If you also must know, I am a Capricorn.
Hey, you really out?
Whatever that means, I don't fucking know. But I've been told that I'm a Capricorn.
Are we gonna let this happen?
I'm a late December birthday.
Cover the road. Check everything twice.
Fair play? Alright. Is that what it means, is like fair play? Or is it just like fair opinion? Alright, how am I gonna do this? Are these two gonna kind of swap places? I'm just gonna kind of fly around here. Or swing around, excuse me. I still have yet to take out the fucking guy with the jammer. Fair opinion that you couldn't care less. Yeah. You still here? Well, hello, Spidey. Hello again. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. I just took out the guy with the sensor last. Like he's like intended to be the guy you take out first, so I just took him out last. Can I blow that up?
Alright, enough of the theatrics. Get in here and let me down.
Can I not? Like, okay. Alright. Oh, Roman.
Very good. Now get your ass in here and untie me.
Oh, there he is.
You waiting for something? Get me out of this thing. Where's the Joker? Go to hell.
Wrong answer.
Copperhead.
By my count, there are still 9 more ribs I can break.
Too think that'll make me talk? After what he's put me through, the torture, turned my men on me, stole from me, murdered my woman. He's my kill, not yours.
I can control your pacemaker remotely. You want to see what 250 beats per minute feels like? You wouldn't.
What a threat.
Copperhead.
Tell him and I'll pay you whatever you want. Make him suffer out there.
An empty promise from a fallen king. I know about the Joker.
Mr. Stark didn't know Batman after all. That's what I was saying. He has the Batman in his top 5 favorite superhero movies. Oh yeah, that's Copperhead, dude. You don't want her to scratch you.
I killed you. And in a few more minutes, your body will realize it.
But he's gonna survive. Why?
That's it.
Because he's
You
Batman.
will break. With every effort, you hasten your end.
Must scan the room for Copperhead's poison. Female perspiration. Copperhead came this way.
And now I'm Spider-Man. He did it. He is indeed. Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
All I need is one drop of poison. There. It's a powerful neurotoxin.
To be honest, Infinity War feels more like a Thanos movie in disguise. It is. He has the most screen time of any other character. Though, out of the 2.5-hour movie, he has most screen time with 30 minutes. Think about that for a minute.
Your vitals are off the charts.
It just goes to show how well balanced everyone's screen time in that movie is.
I can send in an airdrop. And after
Thanos has 30 minutes of screen time in a 2.5-hour movie. And he leads all characters in screen time. Honestly, it's just impressive. We'll just call it Thanos. Yeah, almost. It'll counter damage and add 2 counts to your combo. I don't know about that. Auxiliary upgrades. Increases damage and slow down time when they combo reach. Okay, I might do that actually. Yeah. That was easy. Who's better actor, Harrison Ford or Joe Pesci? No comment. I prefer Ford. Wait, I have more. I have more points. Oh shit. Learn 2 new takedown techniques from the rope. Ooh, yeah. Harrison Ford is your GOAT. I respect it. I mean, you got Star Wars. You got Blade Runner. I love Air Force One. Indiana Jones. Like, he's so good. Top 5. Thanos. Endgame, No Way Home, Across the Spider-Verse, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Very respectable. All 5 of those. Okay, I have an Into the Spider-Verse over Across the Spider-Verse. But if swapping across for Into, all 5 of those are in my top 10. Alright. Aren't I supposed to, like... Am I supposed to leave now? I assume I'm supposed to leave now. I think Batman's gonna live. What do you guys think? I also know that what you meant about Thanos. Yeah. I know that you know what I meant about Thanos. Yes. That the movie's really about him. Terminator 1 or 2? One's like a perfect movie. Like, one, like, you cannot go wrong with one in any capacity. But 2 is, like, one of the best sequels of all time. Now, those are also the only 2 good Terminator movies. Everything after that's garbage. Like, Terminator was 1 and 2, 100% out of 100%. Everything else, trash. Forget that they exist. So, I would probably say it's hard. I love Terminator 2, but I mean Terminator 1. Oh, it's hard. It's hard not to say Terminator 1.
If you'd only come sooner. What were you doing?
I'd probably go Terminator 2. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Terminator 2, but I can't. I could say either one, and I'll be perfectly happy. Fun fact. Remember that guy? The guy in Terminator 2 where they go in and they the guy who like starts Skynet and they like and Arnold like cuts off his arm to show him like that he's a Terminator from the future, and he's like freaking out. He ends up dying by dropping his arm, or he ends up dropping the detonator right when he dies to blow up the building. That dude plays Cyborg's dad in Justice League. Joe Morton. Same actor. So if I had a nickel for every single time Joe Morton played the father or creator to a cyborg or killer robot type character, I'd have exactly 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it is weird that it happened twice. Favorite sci-fi movie is Predator. Part of the story, I think, takes P. Elaborate, please. But favorite sci-fi movie is Predator. Predator's great.
You let me die. How many more must perish before you realize?
Predator's just great. Get to the chopper!
Curse upon this city. A plague on
Fun fact, Jesse Ventura, or you might know him as the guy who says, "Ain't got time to bleed," was also a governor. He's the governor of my state in the past. Not anymore. Our governor now is named Tim Walz. But our governor in the past used to be Jesse Ventura, who was, I ain't got time to bleed in Predator.
wrong with you.
Part of the story, I think it takes place during 2025.
Stop him.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oops. It's just me, or these Copperhead sequences reminding you of the Scarecrow sequences in like Arkham Asylum.
Is that the best you can do?
Do I like Tim Walz? No comment. I don't want to get political. There are things that he's done that I like, there are things that he's done that I don't like. But I'm not going to go too deep into it because I don't want to talk about politics. On any level. Other than just literally stating facts. Like, what things people actually did. Like, on paper, nothing but facts. That is the absolute most I'd ever do when talking about politics. So in terms of my political opinions, I am keeping those entirely out of the stream. Because here is the one political opinion I will share with you. It is the political opinion that no one should ever base their own political opinions off of what other people's opinions are on the internet. Don't like much about walls, but you like Jeff Bezos? Fair enough. Because here's my thoughts. Right now, I essentially have this... I have a literal camera on me. I'm literally in the spotlight. You know... Right now, because it is my stream, I am effectively saying to the world a lot of my opinions. As much as I think the title's cringy, I guess you could say that I am an influencer. I think it's best for everybody to just simply believe in what they believe in and think about it. Jeff Bezos, he's the CEO of Amazon. And so, to me, I say, your political opinions should come from your own thoughts, your own beliefs, and should not be influenced by random people on the internet like me.
I bet you never expected the end to come like this.
So, Parker, I'm not going to really answer your question because I'm not going to go deep into politics. Right? What I said there, that's as political as I'm going to get. And that's just the political belief that everyone should have their own political beliefs, and we should have a variety of political beliefs. And that you shouldn't get political beliefs influenced by people on the internet like me. Do I like Michael Jackson, music singer? I do enjoy Michael Jackson. Though, as a Minnesotan, I prefer Prince. Not a fan of politics, but I do like democracy. As I'll say to anybody who would share their political opinion on this channel, to each their own. And I may or may not agree. Michael Jackson is one of your favorite celebrities. Michael Jackson is ultra talented. Or was ultra talented. But, I mean, as a Minnesotan, it would be sacrilege for me not to say Prince. Broke her arm. Do I like Chris Jericho? Forgive me, I don't know if I know who that is. Another thing about me is if this is a politician, I am not a political person, so I don't know every single politician ever. So I don't know who the hell Chris Jericho is. So considering we were just talking about politics, I'm assuming a politician. But I genuinely have no clue. More favorite celebrities, whether they're leaders, actors, singers like Tom Cruise, Ed Sheeran, or whoever popular you think. Okay. For me, I'm a big fan of like Henry Cavill. Like not even the Superman stuff. Like I just enjoy Henry Cavill and a lot of just how he treats people and just this whole like outlook. I love how he's just a massive nerd. I like Dan Povenmire. Like, I feel like Dan Povenmire is, like, one of the celebrities I'd love to meet. Selena Gomez. Chris Jericho's WWE wrestler? Okay. I never got into the WWE. Never. I was never into it. Not my cup of tea. So, I can only really name you the wrestlers who turned into actors. And The Undertaker. That's, like, it. I have friends in high school who are really into it, but for me personally, like I am not a wrestling fan. I'm gonna, oh god. The most random ass Rickroll. Alright, let's see what happens here. Yeah.
You think you're cured? My poison is still in your veins and it will remain there as long as you live. Which won't be very long. You think these ties will hold me?
Maybe not. I'd like to see you get out of this.
I know where he is. The Joker.
Tell me.
He's called a meeting. All the assassins will be there.
I'm Rickrolling because it's a canon event. Oh, you motherfucker.
Thanks. I owe you one.
Wait! I can tell you the location.
You already did.
There we go. Why are you the way that you are?
Alfred, send GCPD an anonymous tip. Tell them to look
Miguel
inside
really
the
likes
ship.
handouts. Yeah, he really does.
Does that mean you've dealt with Copperhead, sir?
Yes, and I'm about to deal with the Joker.
I don't think that's wise after what you've done.
Would you rather freeze yourself in carbonite or get stuck in a black hole for 2 weeks?
Electrocutioner's gloves.
How long-
have a powerful
oh.
electromagnetic signal
Am I frozen in
detected
carbonite for
my
2 weeks?
scanner. He'll lead me right to the Joker. But
And
I
stuck in a
have
black
to
hole for
seal
2
it
weeks?
first.
Probably carbonite. And here's why. Like, isn't it the science of getting stuck in a black hole, like, time dilation to be so heavy on you that for what, 2 weeks of you, like 2 weeks of your own time, you wouldn't come back from the black hole? I mean, there is that theory as well, but I also feel like there's a theory that, like, if you get pulled into a black hole, that eventually, like, there's theories that, like, all that information that makes you would reassemble itself, like, distantly in the future. Like, I'm talking, like, hundreds of thousands, if not millions or billions of years in the future. Like, isn't that, like, the science part of it? Okay. As I feel like that's an aspect to, like, being sucked into a black hole. It's not purely just ripping you apart. I used to think that, but, you know, I ended up hearing from physicists, like, on the internet with physicists, that I think it's not eternity. I think it's, I mean, yeah, you'll be in space for eternity, which is not a good thing, which is the reason why I'll choose carbonite, because then I can at least see my loved ones. I'm just like, hey, I'm just going to chill for 2 weeks, and I'm going to have a couple days to, you know, recover. You know? It's going to suck, but I'm going to be fine. With a black hole, at best, I'm floating for eternity in the cold, dark vacuum of space. And that's the best case scenario. And if that's the best case scenario, is essentially assuming that I can survive in the cold, dark vacuum of space and not go hungry or freeze or implode, that I would essentially live so long that I would effectively lose my entire consciousness due to lack of stimulation and would effectively become brain dead. You'd be Superman in the black hole? I don't know if I'd feel like Superman. I don't know if I'd feel like Superman. That's for damn sure. Alright, where am I trying to go? Okay, I'm trying to get to the exit. Okay, so... Alright. So the arrow here is which way Batman is facing, not my camera. Okay, good to know. Oh, she called me pendejo. Wait, is Copperhead Spanish speaking? Obviously, she just spoke Spanish, but unknown name. But South America, other than Brazil, yeah, she'd speak Spanish. Would I rather meet a secret lost cousin, or be a babysitter for eternity? Meet my secret lost cousin, or be a babysitter? Meet a long lost cousin. Generally speaking, I don't see a downside to being meeting your long lost cousin. Doesn't mean I have to be friends with the person or be in each other's lives. It's like, but being a babysitter for eternity. That's, I mean, I don't know if I'd enjoy being a babysitter for eternity. I like kids. I don't like kids that much.
I should destroy the canister before moving on. I need to destroy that canister.
Oh, shit! Shit, we got Batman in here. Hey, Tony! We got Batman.
I need you to run a scan of the city. Look for high concentrations of the compound.
How are you doing today, Batman? How's your night going? I'm kind of playing your biography here. Kids might get something stuck in their nose or try to grab things. Yeah. I see you play Batman games? I do play Batman games. I never got the opportunity to play this one, or I never got the opportunity to play this one.
I'm not picking up electrocution.
Tony is not here right now.
I'll need to get to higher ground.
How do you know that, Batman?
Pioneer Bridge.
And let's not have the answer be because I'm Batman. Ooh, look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing. Bruce, I mean, very nice, Peter. Spidey. Doo-doo. And told you not to say the P word. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Spidey. I'm sorry I called you Poter Porker. Oh, I was supposed to be on the bridge.
I just need to track the signal to his location.
I'm getting Under the Red Hood vibes. Obviously, it's not Under the Red Hood because Robin doesn't exist yet. But, so, like, there's not even a Dick Grayson, so there can't be a Jason Todd.
We gotta get in on that action. How's he doing this?
But not only am I, one second, I'll continue this side after I finish this fight. Alright. I get that this guy has a fucking shield, which is just a fucking car door. But this explosion, it's affecting him. Never thought Batman would just be here to see his own video game? It's true. I missed your last comment? About kids try to get something stuck up their nose or try to grab things? Oh, yeah. I did miss that. Yeah, it's, kids are... I've worked with kids in the past as a music teacher, and I enjoy it. I genuinely enjoyed it. Leaving that job, the hardest part about leaving that job was because he's Batman. So the hardest part about leaving that job was because I enjoyed working with those students so much. I loved working with all those students, and they were great. I had a lot of great students. And so, with that in mind, a difficult part of the job was, you know, effectively putting out a million fires all the time. Because you're Vengeance. Yeah, you were nicknamed Vengeance a lot in the last movie. Oh, wait. It's one of those type things. Heard Tony have his top 5, so mine is Batman, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, and Batman 1989. I feel like there's some bias here. Bats, is it just me, or is there some bias in this top 5? Alright, you're going to bed? Good night, Jedi. Have a good night. Don't forget, Wednesday we have the part 2 of the DC, or not DC, sorry, part 2 of the ChatGPT universe.
Available units, stand by for status update on potential assignment.
Because I'm Batman, and I'm also Vengeance. Very nicely done, Batman. Those are all Batman movies. That's what I'm saying. There's a little bit of bias here. Isn't there, Spidey? Like, you and Tony had some... You had some variety in your top 5s. We're getting a lot of Batman movies here. Now, that being said, I like Batman movies. And I like Batman. Like, I got a lot of fucking Batman comics. Like, here. If I were to go onto this app that I use, not a sponsor, that has all of my comic books in here. Don't worry, kid. Second top 5 are your movies. You guys got the best movies. I'll give you that. when you look at this, you can actually, I can actually see which character appears the most, I want to say, in all of my comics. Can't I find that? So out of all comics that I have 96. You can't really see it too well, but right there at the top, sorting by character and which character appears the most. You can't really read the number too well, but it says 96 books have Batman. And this is my kind of like online library of all the books that I own. It's like all these are every book that I own. Every comic. So like I've recently just finished Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I'm currently tackling. Give me 1 second here. These are what I'm currently tackling. My personal reading. Wonder Woman Paradise Lost. I just started it this morning. And so far it's pretty good. A lot of Batman in this. A lot more Batman than I expected. And who's the top one? You are. And I'm tackling this omnibus of Paul Dini Batman comics. From my counts, it's 47 issues in this book. So I'm on issue number 6. Every now and then I might read a comic before bed some nights. And 47 issues. This thing is a beast. Yeah, the Paul Dini omnibus. I just read a pretty good story with Poison Ivy in this. But what's cool about this is like it combines Batman villains with Greek gods from Wonder Woman's villains. Rogues Gallery. Batman, you do know me, Superman, and you are the George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Thomas Jefferson in the Mount Rushmore. All right, then who's Roosevelt? Who's Teddy? Of course, you're number 1 because you're Batman. Roosevelt can be Captain America, Iron Man, or Wonder Woman. I think it has to go to Wonder Woman. Like, the superhero Mount Rushmore, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Because Wonder Woman was the first major... I don't know if she was the absolute first superhero, female superhero, but she's up there. Side note, this is a great read for any comic book fan who's interested in the comic book histories. The Secret History of Wonder Woman by Jill Lepore, not a sponsor, phenomenal book. I enjoyed it. It talks about the creator, mostly it's about the creator of Wonder Woman, who's William Moulton Marston. But like the book has really cool, like there's sketches of old depictions of Wonder Woman with a bunch of notes written at the bottom here. And then, Wonder Woman is the face of female superheroes. As much as Captain Marvel wants that honor, it's always going to be Wonder Woman. Batman's the face of DC. It's either you or Superman, but considering Warner Brothers only believes in one DC hero, it's you. But like, Superman is face of superheroes, fair enough. But like, you have some more notes and stuff in here. seriously, this is a must read for any Wonder Woman fan. But it's a full on novel on, I shouldn't say novel, but full on like it brings up some strips and panels from very old Wonder Woman comics. Like here's a copy of when Steve Trevor comes on the island of Themyscira, or Paradise Island, as it's originally called. But like then later on in the book, where is it? Here it is. It's got like a bunch of like certain panels of like times like Wonder Woman broke molds and like changed things in comics. They're just some cool elements, and it has details on like kind of behind the scenes, kind of describing it. And so it's like talking about the scene where Wonder Woman's playing in the like League of Their Own kind of female baseball players league. I missed your other comment. Spider-Man's the face of Marvel. Superman's the face of all superheroes. You're the face of DC. Yeah. I agree 100%. Wonder Woman's face of all women superheroes. Yeah. This book, I think it's phenomenal. That's it. That's the message. Alright. Am I trying to get in there?
I got multiple calls available.
Not helping.
Priority order.
Alright. Can I get in here through here? I don't know if this is where I want to go. Is that where I wanted to go? I know it's where I went like for a past mission. Without me, the X-Men, Fantastic Four, the Hulk, Marvel would not be as popular in DC, and the MCU would not be here what it is today. No. Nope. But Spidey, you wouldn't exist without characters like Superman or Batman coming out in 38 and 39 respectively. God damn it. Referring to my studio? Yeah. Within Marvel, yeah, Marvel would not exist without, or at least not exist the same way without Spidey. Besides, Superman is older than you and Batman? Yeah. And I just realized that you're not watching me play. You don't have the game footage. Alright. Well, I'm tired, and I'm being pretty dumb about this electromagnetic tracker. I didn't get to bed till late last night. I got work tomorrow. It's already 10:30 p.m. for me, and I've been up since like 6, so I should probably get ready for bed. It's not a Marvel universe without Spider-Man. I mean, sure, the X-Men would be successful without a Spider-Man, but that is true. Marvel would not be the same without you, Spidey. They would not. Nope. Would not be the same. In fact, in face of anti-heroes? Yeah, probably. It's either you or Catwoman, because Catwoman's been blurring that line for a long time. It's either Deadpool or Catwoman. As to me, it's the face of anti-heroes. And I don't say this person as the face of anti-heroes, but for whatever reason, whenever I think of anti-hero, always think of them, and that's the Red Hood. I don't know why. Red Hood just pops in my head whenever I think of anti-hero. But the best anti-heroes are Deadpool and Catwoman. Anyways, I'm exhausted. I really wanted to go to a third hour, but considering it's already like 10:30 for me, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I got work in the morning. I should probably go to bed. New video is not going to be out tomorrow. I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. I know last few weeks I've been uploading on Tuesdays. Just a disclaimer, there's not going to be a video tomorrow. For villains, Joker, Thanos, Doctor Doom. That's a pretty damn good list. Green Goblin, probably as well. Probably Green Goblin. If you include one more, it's probably the Green Goblin or Darkseid. But anyway, the next stream is going to be Wednesday night. It's going to be our part 2 to our Chat GPT universe. Prefer Darkseid? I like Darkseid. Darkseid's really cool. But if any of you are interested, we'll be going through Chat GPT, creating our own unique universe and heroes, villains. Last week we were able to get majority of our characters figured out, the basics of them. So we'll pick up where we left off on Wednesday. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Sorry guys, I'm just tired. So thank you all so much for watching. I am going to go to bed because I am tired. And a lot of stuff was pulled out for this stream, so I gotta put some stuff away. Keep my room clean. So you all have a very lovely night. I had a lot of fun chatting with you guys. I know this is a little bit of a shorter stream, but it is what it is. I'm not going to be here and just trying to, trudge my way through exhaustion just to make mediocre content. Like, if I can't perform at a high level, I'm not going to be with you guys. I'm not going to, try to subject you guys to the tired Kevin. So, you all have a very lovely evening. I will see you all on Wednesday. Yeah, this is.